Welcome, everybody. This is Brandon Evans with Premier Racing Setups. This week we're at Kentucky Speedway. We're going to jump in, run a couple laps, and then we'll get out of the car and we will talk about it. Here we go. All right, showed you two different lines there through 3 and 4. We'll talk about that corner because that corner is a bit weird and a bit of a challenge. Makes for good racing, but you'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. All right, this track has some weird, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, if you were to put three together or two tracks together, it would be like, to me, it would be like Texas and Kansas. Like, it's funky, but it's got some very unique sides of the track, and there's some no brake needed corners and brake needed and run low, run wide. You'll see. Coming to the line. The first break point that I'm looking for is kind of this Cup Series sign to this white sign. If you're going past this white sign, you're definitely going to be like probably blowing the corner, or you're going to push loose. The wind is like really, really bad through this area, and actually it's bad on both ends, but it's pretty bad on this side too, for a loose condition. So we're going to arc down into the corner. I'm going to fully lift and just kind of let the car rotate. What I'm trying to aim for is to get my left sides on this yellow line and kind of keep them right here on this little grip strip that you see, this little tar mark. Or I guess they've shaved down the seam. I'm not really sure. But what I'm trying to do, if you'll watch my wheel, I'm not turning the wheel left anymore. The car's in the corner. It stays straight. I'm looking for a good straight exit, so we'll see what that looks like at pace. Easy on the gas. So right here, there's a slight bump through the middle, like by the Coca-Cola sign, and you'll feel it that if you hit it just enough, and again, it's very subtle, but if you've got too much gas in it and you hit that bump, it'll take all the air out from under the diffuser, and you'll probably get loose in this section. So you have to be very careful through the center of 1 and 2. Just gonna walk it up to the track. This, I think it's Z-Max. Yeah, the Z-Max sign is kind of your marker. Where the yellow line ends as to where you're aiming for to get down the backstretch. Now, the backstretch here is actually quite important. Most ovals like this, you just drive it down the backstretch and jump off into the next corner. Well, this one is very bumpy. So rule of thumb is probably not to try your crazy blocking maneuvers. Number one, you ain't gonna make turn 3. And number 2, the bumps are so bad through the back here that if you're trying to go from low to high and you're trying to pull this Michael McDowell type maneuver, you're probably going to get crashed or wreck yourself going off into 3. Because like I said, the bumps are so bad, it's hard to maintain grip whenever the car is jumping around. think Auto Club right there at the entrance of turn 3, that if you don't have the car positioned into the corner by the end of the bumps, like you're probably going to miss the corner or run wide. Similar feeling here. Right there. So as soon as you go over that last set of bumps, you're going to get ready to turn in. Be very easy through here. Now, this is where I think it's like Kansas in the sense that when you start to exit, you want to exit wide, but you do not want to hit the fence. So right here, there's like this little hill. I call it like a bulge in the racetrack. Well, this wall right here will creep out on you late in the run. Doesn't look like much now, but I promise you. Especially right here on this next lap when we change lanes. So I ran it a little deeper right there. You got grip in the tires. You can push it a little bit, but again, I don't recommend doing that at you're gonna go longer pace. All right, so now here in this corner, I chose to run the tar mark, and you'll kind of see what that does. It changes the momentum. It changes the trajectory on exit, so you need to be very careful as to where you exit this corner. So I'm kind of starting to drive it up wide fairly early, and I'm trying to get as much racetrack as I can. And right here on this patch on the wall, you need to be turned to the left, like starting to go to the left by the time you get to this patch. If you're still trying to turn it and it's after this point, well, you've hit the fence. So, but what I'm really trying to do is just use this hill. You can kind of see it right here. Use this hill to get even more momentum down the front stretch, maybe snag a draft or get pushed if you're in the lead. Another rule of thumb, do not run below this yellow line down here. Your car, and we saw it in practice with our team, your car will literally go airborne, especially right through here, and it's disaster. So this is not Kansas in the sense that you can run below the apron, so I do not recommend. If anything, you can straddle this yellow line, but do not run all 4 tires below this yellow line. All right. Well, those are some laps at Kentucky. Again, it's a fun racetrack, unique corners on each side. I think it's like a Texas and a Kansas almost put together. It doesn't have quite the fun banking that Kansas has, and it's even got some bumps like Auto Club. But either way, it's still fun. It's a track we haven't run at in a long time. I encourage you to try to save tires as much as you can. This track and the lap times, it will absolutely eat your tires up if you go hard. Track temps are going to be fairly hot, so the cars are going to be slick. But enjoy it, have fun, and thanks for being a subscriber and a customer with Premier. We definitely appreciate your business and hope you can continue to support us. Thanks. Have a good race.